Hi, my name is Scott Weidenkivowitz. I wanted to share a really, really cool camera that I'm happy to take out of my camera collection shelf, or shelves rather, because I've got a lot of old cameras in my collection. But I put some film on this bad boy, and I'm really looking forward to putting it to good use. And I want to show you what it is. So this is the Nikon 28 Ti. Now, this is a 35mm film camera. And what's really cool about this, it's very compact. It's I believe it's technically a rangefinder. Yeah, it is. It's a rangefinder. So it's just a compact rangefinder that Nikon made years ago. It's 28mm fixed lens. When I turn it on, the lens just extends like this, like so. So there's no zoom. What's really cool is also this fun meter that's on top. And the meter actually gives you your aperture, it gives you your focus distance, your exposure compensation, and how many exposures you have left on the film. So there's three modes. There's P mode, there's off, then there's P mode, which is program auto. Then there's aperture priority, where you can actually turn the dial and set the aperture from 2.8 to up to f22 or down to f22. And then there's T mode, which is it's basically like a shutter priority, except you can't specify the shutter. Basically what it does is when you hit it, it just sort of beeps and you push the button again to stop. So it's kind of like on an SLR you might use the mode where, yeah, it is a T mode technically, I guess, for Nikon at least, where it would be a timed exposure. So instead of it being bulb, it's just timed, and it just push the button and it exposes until you push the button again. Then there is a light. So if you're in the dark, you can turn the light on the display. Your exposure compensation button, so you can push that button and then change the dial for your exposure compensation. And then there is flash built in, and you've got manual flash, auto flash, and flash on, and then you have a little red eye thing. And on the back, there's also a panoramic switch. Now it's not true panoramic. It's not going to use 2 frames or 3 frames from the 35mm film. It's going to just crop a pano on the film. So it's sort of a faux panoramic. But the reason why I'm really excited about this is I'm going to start taking this out when I do some street photography, and I'm going to put on aperture priority, set my aperture, focus, and just have a blast doing some old film street photography with this camera instead of an SLR. I love it because it's compact. I can bring one roll of film and just have fun for a day with one roll of film, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. So there's 2 versions of this camera. There's the 28 Ti and there's the 35 Ti. I've had this one for years, and I'm looking forward to hopefully finding the 35 Ti at some point as well, so I can have both. And I think the 35 is a silver type color, whereas this one's black. But I think this will be a lot of fun, especially because usually with my digital SLR, I am using 35mm as my sort of daily lens, and especially with street photography. So having a 28 will be a nice little change. 1, because I'm doing film, and 2, because I'm going to now have a wider lens. So I'm looking forward to it. I thought you might be interested in seeing this. And I can tripod mount it, of course. It is a camera, so I could throw it on a tripod and have some fun doing landscapes if I want to, especially with that timed exposure. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do, because I just decided to take it back off the shelf and have some fun. So I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, let me know.